Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Faith. So, as you can see from the title, in today's video, we're doing like a kind of Christmassy / New Year's Eve sort of glam look. And it's going to be very dark and smoky and gothic-y. So, I'm going to plan today with my e.l.f. Eye Putty Primer in cream. I'm so glad I've got a new one on the way because I've hit major pan on this. I mean, I've still got loads left on the side, but I've hit pan, so I always want to get a new one when I hit pan. So just taking this all over my eyelid, all the way up to my brow, nothing new. So how's everyone doing? Hope you've all been okay since my last video. I don't know why I just spent like that video. Weird. Hope you're all ready for Christmas or whatever holiday it is you celebrate. I am really looking forward to it. I'm going to be spending it obviously with my mum, which I do every year, but also having my granddad around this year, which will be nice. So for shout out to the excuse me, sorry. For shout out today, I'm going to be sticking with my ones by the Collective Cosmetics, and the first shade I'm going to go in with is Ascension. It's like this peachy, beigey, nudie shade. It is perfect shade for me just to act as a all over and perfect transition shade. I mean, we basically end up covering it up and near enough. You can only just barely see it on the top, but like I always say, because I've done it in this eye, I had to do it in this eye. Don't know why I've got this compact out when I've been using this one all day. So just taking that all the way up to my brow, blending it into the front, and then winging it out because we are going to be taking this shadows quite out for today. Now that that's on, I'm going to go in with, oh, where's it gone? Here we go. I'm going to go in with another Moda brush. This is just a crease brush, and I'm going to be taking the shade Transcendence, just like a nudie brown. And that's going to go basically everywhere we put Ascension, but not as high. Still taking it up quite high, but not as high just yet. So, how's everyone's weekend going? It's currently Saturday when I'm filming this. So this video will be going up tomorrow and sticking with my new schedule of uploading on Wednesdays and Sundays. So make sure you've got that bell notification on so you know when I do upload. And today it's been kind of a nice day, but it's still been quite obviously cold and wintry. But it's still been quite nice. It hasn't really rained much yet today. Like, touch wood. Now that I've said that, I'm probably going to start pulling it down. Going to go back in with that brush that had Ascension on it, and then just blend that Transcendence out slightly. As I was saying, it's been like a nice day today, and hopefully it'll continue to be nice tomorrow. I'm going to go in with a touch more Transcendence and just really work to add some depth. And then whatever's left I'll just use to do like sort of flicking motions just to blend it out. I don't know what it is, but at the minute, because of my fibromyalgia, I'm having to kind of find different ways to hold my brushes because my hands are cramping and tightening a lot. So I normally hold them like that, but sometimes I have to just hold it and like do brushes literally like that, whereas I'm used to doing it like that, but now I'm just doing it like this. Still obviously works and that, but just technique I've got to get used to. To be honest, I don't really care. If it allows me to do my makeup, I'm all for it. Next, I'm going to be going in with the shade Faith. And taking that on a Spectrum BO6. First, I'm going to pop it in the outer corner and then blend it out. This shade kind of covers up a lot of Transcendence, but we do go back in, I will go back in with Transcendence later, just so we can have it showing. I kind of wanted to do like the black silvery look, because I thought, me personally, I would wear this if I was going out for a meal on Christmas Day. And I'd also wear it like on New Year's Eve going out, but that is if I actually went out anywhere. I used to years ago, but now I'm more of a stay-at-home type of girl. So now I'm going to go back in with a touch of Transcendence and just use that to blend that shade Faith out. So I hope everyone's actually excited for Christmas. I know it's going to be weird this year because we can't really see many of our families. Like, we can see some of them, just not, if you've got like big large families, you just can't see that many. Just taking the shade Ascension, and then just blending all those shades out. But as I said, I'll be spending my Christmas Day with my mom and my granddad. It's going to be weird because even though we didn't have her last year, I think I'm still getting accustomed to not having my nan. And this year, it was the first year that we've done where I actually didn't have a Christmas card that said from nan and granddad. Like last year, I still did. Whereas this year, just from my granddad. Obviously, I still loved it, but it just, I don't know, something gotta get used to. It seems weird, that's all. So now I'm gonna go in with the shade Accursed. I'm gonna be taking the Madebymitchell ME3 eye brush, and this is gonna go on the outer V and halfway into the crease. I'm gonna stop like just about here. I'm going to be blending that upwards and outwards. Let me actually bring my phone forward a touch. There we go. So like I said, I'm just going to be taking that shade upwards and outwards and blending. I become addicted to these Madebymitchell brushes. I'm taking a tiny bit more of the Cursed. They are super soft, and they've quickly become favourites. Like, I can put these up there with my Moda brushes, my Spectrum, and my Makeup by Tammy brushes. I love them. Like, all of those brands, I alternate between every single one of them. Not using my Makeup by Tammy ones today because I need to seriously clean some of my brushes. So I'm going to go back in with a tiny bit more of that shade Faith, just to blend that Accursed. So one thing that I love about the Collective Cosmetics, their shades, they are pigmented, but they blend so easy. It's amazing. I'm gonna go in with a bit of a Transcendence now. This look, you just work slowly and just blend. That's really the key to all of the looks that I do, really. Just spend time blending. But it always seems to take me less time to blend this side than it ever does to do this one. I think because this one's my dominant side, like obviously being left-handed. Going in with a tiny bit of not Transcendence, Ascension, the first shade. So like I said, I think because I've already done this eye, I can work quicker on this side because I'm obviously using the same side that my dominant hand is on. Obviously, it being the left side. God, I'm so weird. So it's taking Ascension and then just really ensuring that the blend is nice and seamless. What brush did I use next? Yeah. So now I'm going to go in with another shadow, and the Madebymitchell ME1 brush. This is the shade Bloodstar. I think it was in part of last month's subscription box. Yeah, it was. So I'm not sure if it's available anymore. I don't think it is, because obviously it's part of last month's subscription box. But I just thought I'd use it because it's nice. Right. It's a nice cool tony brown with like slight hints of red and grey like undertone. I don't know. I'm still really working on figuring out undertones. So this I'm just going to pop out in the outer V, and I'm really working with my eye open right now. Then whatever's left I will just flick out and blend it. I'm just going to go in with a tiny bit of a curse and just tap off the excess, and then do soft circular motions. I'd be glad when this cold of mine goes. Every single year at Christmas I get a cold. Don't worry, it's definitely only a cold because I haven't got any other symptoms or anything like that, and I've already been tested and everything. So now that's blended, I'm going to go in with my Von Nickel BOM-47 small crease brush. I'm going to go in with the black now. This is the shade Abyss. It is literally one of the blackest blacks I own. I love it. And first I'm just going to tap it on, and I'm going to do it and keep my eye open kind of at the same time, just so I kind of tap it on and then it kind of blends it. And then with my eye still open, I'm just going to do some soft circular motions. Let me just turn my fence slightly. There we go, that's better. So it's picking up a touch more and then popping it on. And then winging this black out now. Right now I'm just tapping it on where I want it, and then I'll go in with some of the other shades just to blend it out. I just want to ensure that this is nice and pigmented. So, and I'm only taking like literally 2 dabs and just going that because the shade, like I said, is one of the blackest blacks I own. So now I'm going to go in with the the Madebymitchell ME2 brush. Is it ME2? Yeah, it is. And I'm going to be taking the shade Bloodstar again. And I'm just going to start to work to blend out the black. I'm actually kind of putting it over the very top of the edge, like I'm going like right there, so it kind of goes into the black, and then working upwards as I go. And kind of alternating between windshield sweeping motions and soft circular motions. I'm kind of keeping my eye open and kind of tilting my head to the side. I don't know why I do this, I just actually, for me, it helps. So I'm going to go back in with the ME3 brush and that shade Accursed. And I'm going to go just along that edge. And then whatever's left, I'll just run it through the crease. Before we go back in with the shade Transcendence. And then going back in with Ascension. I told you this look, it's a lot of blending. Now, oh, where did I put it? I'm going to go back in with that brush that had a base. Just really tap it on the edge. The outer V. Then I'm just going to really tap it off, and whatever's left on this brush, I'm just going to start to do soft circular motions just to ensure that this is really blended out. Then I'm going to go in with the Madebymitchell ME2 brush, and I'm going to be taking a combination of a Bloodstar, a Cursed, Faith and Transcendent. So first I'm dipping into Bloodstar, then a Cursed. Ooh. So I just dropped what's that? There we go. I dropped the shade Faith. So, and then I'm going to go in with Transcendence as well, and then top everything off and just blend Abyss out one final time. I love how small and small this brush is, so it enables me to get really close and get a really soft diffuse blend. Then one final time we're going to go in with Ascension. This one final time, like I said, and just give everything a nice blend. And then for the lid shade, I don't need to pick up my palette. I'm going to go in with the shade Pole. It's like a nice silvery colour. I'm going to take my Rolling Nickel Moda eyeshadow brush. As always, just going to give it a few spritzes. And then, boom. Look at how stunning the shade is. It is, it's like liquid bluey silver. I am obsessed. So, I'm going to go in with the brush that had Abyss on. I think I'm going to take a bit more of Abyss because I've kind of gone over the edge of it with Pole. I didn't mean to. And just tapping it on the end, and then so you can get a nice seamless blend between these two shades. Then one final time, going with Ascension, just to ensure that everything is nicely blended. I'm going to go in with a tiny bit of Transcendence now, just to blend the edges of these shadows, like Pole and Ascension, because I want like a cut crease, but I don't want it full on super sharp. Now I'm just going to take a makeup wipe, clean any fallout, and so get a nice sharp line. Really want to make sure this line's nice and sharp as can be. And it's also straight as can be. So before going with any primer, I'm just gonna take my my Revolution Meta bronzer in the shade 01 Cool. And take this brush. I can't remember where I got it. I know I got it from Superdrug, but I can't remember what brand it's by. I'm gonna take that bronzer and then just bronze along my jawline and kind of take it just behind my ear as well. I've already done the temple, but do it again. Same on this side. Do a tiny bit on the bottom of the lip. Didn't realise I hadn't put the lid on my eye primer. I don't want it drying out. So for primer today, I'm just going to be using my e.l.f. Poreless Putty primer, just the pinky one. Just taking that all under my eye. I want to put my concealer. Because I don't wear foundation, this primer is going to last me a long time. I mean, it already is, but I'm already making a nice, quite sizable dent. I don't know if you can see it. Definitely can't see if I do that. I'm making a bit of a dent in it already. I love it. Even if I don't use my e.l.f. concealers, this primer is good because I can use it with any concealer. So now I'm just putting the lid on, then just wiping off my finger. Oh, what concealer did I use? Oh yeah. So while this dries, I'm actually going to take my highlighter that I used today. This is the Saint Holy highlight. Saint Holy highlighter. This is my BOM-17 eye highlight brush. I'm just gonna take that and run it along my brow. And just take some down bridge of my nose. Actually, if I'm gonna do majority of my face, I'll just take my fan brush. Nose, Cupid's bow, chin, forehead. Spritz side of my face. Just in short, highlight really pops. So now I'm going to go in with my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite Concealer. I think that's how you pronounce it. In the shade C5. Put this on the eye and obviously conceal. Get rid of all these bags. And for powder today, we're going to be using my Iheartrevolution baking powder in the shade Translucent to Coconut, I think it is. I know it's the coconutty one. I'll check in a second. That looks cold actually. So I'll put the lid on. Yeah, the Iheartrevolution coconut scented baking powder. That's it. I couldn't remember. Probably wasn't cold and a coconut in it. And while we're waiting for that to dry, I'm actually going to line my lips. How I do. I'll wipe off any of my lip balm that I had on before I started. And I'm going to be taking my Revolution lip liner in the shade Fire. This is actually lighter than the lipstick that I'm using, but it's fine. Okay. Sorry if you can't really see, guys. I've got a gut. I just need to take a mega wipe because I accidentally smudged a little bit. See, everybody makes mistakes. I mean, I'm no expert, go professional when it comes to a makeup. I'm literally just self-taught with everything I know. And there we go. And the lipstick I'll be using today is the Powder Puff Lippy by NYX Cosmetics. This is in the shade Prank Call, just like a very nice dark red. I thought it would go kind of nice with like a silver and black you got going on. Just good enough, tiny bit more. Now, I'm going to go back in with that mega wipe just to really clean up the edges. Alright guys. Now, time to wipe away this big. Just slightly blurred. Okay, that's better. Oh no, where did I put the brush? Ah, there we go. I'm gonna take my, oh no, not that one. That's the wrong one. Where's it gone? Ah, okay. I'm gonna take my smudge brush by Moda and taking the shade Abyss and just running that on the outer V, I'm bringing it out to connect with the top shade. So I'm going with my dual-ended brush and taking that shimmer shade Pole. And I'm going to run that all along the rest of the bottom lid. I'm going to be taking my smoky eye brush, and first I'm going to go in with a bit of combo of Accursed, Faith and Transcendence. I'm going to apply it to the outer and then take whatever's left all under the bottom, just to ensure that a base is nice and blended and very smoky. Then I'm going to go in with Transcendence once more, tap off the excess. Let's run that all along the bottom because we are taking this quite low because I do want it to be very smoky. And for the final eye shade, we're going to take Abyss, not Abyss, we're going to take Ascension, and then just run that all along the bottom to get a nice blend even more. Then, oh, where did I put it? Okay, I'm going to go in with the Madebymitchell ME4 brush, and I'm going to take my Iheartrevolution Milk Chocolate Palette, take some of the translucent shade, just use that to blend a tiny bit more to ensure it's all nice and seamless. Now, I'm going to be taking the St. Holy highlighter once again and highlighting my inner corner. Boom. Ooh, where's my mascara? Wow. This is going to be one of my longer videos. It's already 34 minutes long. Oh well. Now I'm taking my Twisted Mascara by The Collective in number 1 black. I'm just going to give my lashes a few generous coats. Turn the thing on the bottom here so it bends the brush. And I'm going to apply some mascara to my bottom lashes. So just ensure that it's at the very root of my top lashes. Ugh, just dropped, knocked another shade off. So I just shovel the shades back into my palette now. Go in, oh, where did I put it? Oh, here we go. Gonna go back in with my Mega Bronzer in 01 Cool and just bronze the side of my face. I'm really not sure how I feel about this lip actually, I might change it. I don't know, I might go for a nude actually, because, yeah, oh god, I've got it all over my teeth. Yeah, I'm actually gonna change this lippy because I'm just not happy with it. Don't know why. So making sure it's off on my tooth. It's probably better to mirror it with an actual clean makeup wipe. Okay. So while my lips dry slightly, I'm going to take my highlighter once again and just before I do anything, I'm going to set my face and then boom. I love this highlighter. This is like my third one and I'm really hitting pan, but it's so pretty. Now for blush, I'm actually going in with the Blush by Madebymitchell in the shade Sweet Cheeks, and I'm kind of focusing it more on the side, taking 3 dabs because this is very pigmented, and I'm going to go in with the MF1. Is it the MF1? Yeah, the MF1 stippling brush. And just use this to stipple the blush in. This is one of the first liquidy blushes I have ever had, and I really like it. It's really easy to use. Done. I'm going to go in with, I can't remember what brand this is by, but I'm going to go in with this sponge and just dab tiny bit more for going again. Bronzer, and then my highlighter. Now, final time, I'm going to set my face. Oh, where did I put my fan? Ah, there it is. Now for lips, I'm actually going to go in with my matte liquid lipstick in the shade Seduce by thecollectivecosmetics. It's just like a nice needy arm. I actually was going to go in with this originally when I did this eye off camera. I thought I'd use this, and then for some reason I got to the next one. That's it. There we go. Says it 100% happy with that. Alright guys, this is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry this video is slightly longer. It's only really like 5 minutes longer than my normal ones, but still. I've had some people say that they like the longer ones. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you consider subscribing also, and if you do, hit that bell notification so you know when I upload. Also follow me on Instagram, it's just the same here, faith_beauty_XOXO, and I'll have everything that I've used, products and everything all down below as always, and I will see you in my next video. Take care, bye.